Hi, welcome to another class. I am ready and I hope you are ready too. Remember to get your book, something to write with, no distractions. If you need to go to the restroom, go right now. Stop the video and go. Good. Let me tell you today's topic. It is reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns. What is that? We'll see that in a minute. Before we start with the topic, flee, flee, fly, flee, fly, mosquito. Oh, no, no, no more mosquito. Itchy, itchy, scratchy, scratchy. Oh, I got one down my baggie. Hit that big bug down with the bug spray. Bzzz. Dodgy mosquito, go away. No, if you kill it, it can't go away. Good class. The first thing I want you and I to go over is the pronouns. Pronouns. Yes, pronouns are very important. Pronouns are words that we use when we don't want to use a name. Excuse me. The name of a subject. For example, I'm going to say something. Ada is a teacher. If I don't want to say Ada, if I don't want to write Ada, then I can say I. I am a teacher. Okay, because Ada, that's me. If another example, if I have a sentence that says the students are taking their class, I can say the students, but if I don't want to write the students, there's a word that substitutes the noun students. You are taking the video class. You are taking the video class. And just like that, okay? So, can you read with me? Stop. Many people, many students say correct or incorrect. Many students write this. I. No, that's why. Now, this is I, this is why. So no, thank you. Another thing, many students say me. No, it is I, not me. Not in this case. And some students say my. No, when you're using this as your subject, these are not correct. No, sorry. When talking about the subject, it's I, you, he, she, it, we, or they. For this part, it is important that we remember the sentence structure, the main parts of a sentence. Subject, predicate, verb goes in the predicate. Remember that part? Good. Now, this topic, reflexive pronouns, say something like, we use reflexive pronouns to talk about actions where the subject and the object are the same person. Where the subject, we already talked about the different pronouns that can be subjects. Well, what I did here is I wrote some pronouns, but I also wrote some nouns because these are subjects. Okay, they are subjects. Now, the book says for reflexive pronouns, the rule says when the subject is the same as the object, When the subject and the object are the same, we use reflexive pronouns. For example, I'm going to give you an example that is super clear. I think it is. Okay, here is an example. I bought, well, bought is the past tense of buy. So in the past, I bought me a car. Ara bought Ara a car. The subject is the same as the object. I'm talking about this person and I'm talking about this same person. This one, okay? So, in that case, when the subject is the same as the object, in the object, we need to use reflexive pronouns. So what we use in this part, in the object, is a reflexive pronoun, which is for when the subject is I, the corresponding reflexive pronoun is myself. Myself. If we're talking about a different subject like you finished the homework yourself. So, okay? Now, let's look at the book page, which is 81. Good. Look at the page. There is a chart with the reflexive pronouns. They divided the pronouns and the reflexive pronouns, in singular and in plural. Let's read the singular ones first, okay? When the subject is I, the reflexive pronoun is myself. When the pronoun is you, when the subject is you, the reflexive pronoun is yourself. When the subject is he, the reflexive pronoun is himself. When the subject is she, the reflexive pronoun is herself. Please note this. We don't say she self. No, that doesn't exist. It's herself. When the subject is it, the reflexive pronoun is itself. Right there. It says so right there. Now let's look at the plural ones. When the subject is we, the reflexive pronoun is ourselves. Again, it doesn't say we selves. It says ourselves. Okay. When the subject is you, the reflexive pronoun is yourselves. Now, take a look at this one. In plural, you. In plural, it's yourselves with a V. But in singular, you is yourself with an F at the end. Okay? And the last plural example is if the subject is they, the reflexive pronoun is themselves. Again, with a VES for plural. And it's not they, it's themselves. Okay? Now, let's just read all the singulars and all the plural reflexive nouns. Here we go. Myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Those we said are reflexive pronouns. Excellent. Now, they gave you an example, well, two examples, similar to the example that I gave you here. Subject and object are the same. We replace the object for one of these reflexive nouns. Now, activity 1. Instructions, please. cross out the object in the sentence below. Then write a new sentence that replaces the object with a reflexive pronoun. Look at the example. Okay, the example in the book is this one. We prepared for the trip to Ireland. The subject is we. The object is we. So the rule says the object is substituted with it is replaced with a reflexive pronoun. If you look at the chart we checked before, look for the word we. Found it? Now, what is the reflexive pronoun that substitutes we? Ourselves. So the book says, after you cross out the object, rewrite the sentence. It stays the same. The verb stays the same. The only thing that changes here is the object, and we replace it with the reflexive pronoun. In this case, ourselves. How do we know it is ourselves? Because we checked the chart. Okay? Ourselves, and then we just keep the rest for the trip to Ireland. Okay? That's what you have to do. Very simple. For this part, I need you to finish this, and remember, I want perfect answers. How come? You have a chart with the correct reflexive pronouns to substitute the objects with, and you have an example in the book. So all you're doing is copy, 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 copy. Okay? Stop the video, and when you're done with this page, you come back. I'll be here. Are you ready? Okay, there's another important thing we need to know about reflexive pronouns. Let's go back to previous topics when we said direct object is what the verb acts on. In the first sentence, my verb is enjoy. So in order to find the direct object, I'm going to ask, enjoy what? Enjoyed myself. In this case, it says, enjoy myself. That myself is a reflexive pronoun. So that's another rule. Reflexive pronouns, right there, reflexive pronouns can be direct objects in a sentence. Okay? Now, let's remember what an indirect object is. Indirect object says it is to whom the verb acts on. Who gets the action of the verb? For example, she prepared herself. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to identify the verb. She prepared. If I ask what, I'm looking for the direct object. What did she prepare? A snack. But if I ask to whom, who is the snack for? Okay? Herself. The snack is for herself. So this is, first of all, that's the indirect object, and that's another rule for reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns can be indirect objects too. So, okay, The rules say reflexive pronouns can be sometimes direct objects, sometimes indirect objects. Okay? Good. Now please open your book to page 82. 82. Let's go straight to activity 1 because we already went through the rules. Read it. Your turn. Choose a reflexive pronoun from the word bank. Good. They're giving you a word bank, so all your answers are there. From the word bank to complete the sentences below. Class, please put your pencils down. I really need you to pay attention. Read the information and analyze the information before you answer anything. Okay? Look at the example. He bought himself an ice cream cone. He bought himself. Same thing. He. You need to look at the chart. At the pronoun chart and then find he. That's the subject in the sentence. So what is the pronoun that belongs to he? Himself. Oh, there we go. So what is the reflexive pronoun? Himself. Okay? I'm going to go with you through some of the exercises. Number 1, please allow me to introduce. If we're talking about me, what's another word that refers to the same person? Another word that refers to me is I. If I'm talking about I, what is the reflexive pronoun for I? Myself. Exactly. So let's read the whole thing with the answer. Please allow me to introduce myself. Okay? Good. Number 2. She needs to give a break from all this work. Who are we talking about in this one? She. She needs to give. If we're talking about she, if you don't know, it's okay. We go back to the chart. Right there. She. What is the reflexive pronoun that corresponds to she? Herself. Oh, whoa. So, let's read the whole thing. She needs to give herself a break from all this work. Good job. The next one, class, is a question. But it's okay, we follow the same rules, okay? Go, read it with me. Did you teach how to play the violin? Did you teach you how to play the violin? If we're talking about you, it's one person. Did you, not the plural, the singular one. You, yourself. So, let's read the whole question. Did you teach yourself how to play the violin? You, yourself. Now remember, it means you for you, me for me, he for he, okay? The subject is the same as the object, but the correct way to say that is using reflexive pronouns. Good. Number 4. We are preparing for the trip next week. So again, who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? We. We are preparing. What's the corresponding reflexive pronoun? It's okay if we don't know. We. Check the spelling. ourselves. So it's right there. Now, just like this, I need you to continue the rest of the activity. Okay? When you're done, I'll be here waiting for you. Stop the video. Write your answers. Good job. Yay! I knew you could do this. Okay, class, we're finished. Let's just do our doom doom dada, doom doom dada, doom doom dada, doom doom dada. Oh, the camera's not taking me. Right there. Doom doom dada, doom doom dada, doom doom dada, doom doom dada, doom doom dada. I'll see you, class. Goodbye. See you next time.